Okay, what up, what up, what up? We're back again. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff going on in Raid at the moment, man. The new Fusion character, well, her kit is out. She's not out as yet. And everyone and their grandmother is talking about it. So I think it's gonna be fundamental if I just use the big words here to talk about it as well. Right, so hope you guys are doing good. Hope everyone's well. You know, so Hajiba is gonna be the new Fusion champion. She's gonna be a Force legendary, and she's gonna be HP based, right? So basically, you're gonna have to fuse. You're gonna have to get rare champions, fuse those rares into epics, and the epics will in turn make Hagiba or Hajiba, however people call it, right? But I don't think people are that pleased with her kit, man. I think a lot of people find the kit to be a bit mediocre, because they're not really saying she's going to be good for PvP, and they're not really saying she's going to be good for PvE. So where does she really find herself useful? That's going to be a hard question, because it actually depends on everyone's account, right? So I'm just going to read over the kit for you guys, so you guys can see for yourself. What do you think about Hagiba, whatever you want to call her? If she's going to be good for you to go for, or if you're going to be skipping her, or whatever you're going to do. But I just want to say, as a disclaimer, Raid is a resource management game more than anything else. So it's not about trying to collect every single champion. It's not really about trying to prove that you could do a fusion. It's actually about being able to clear content. So if Hagiba allows you to clear more content, well, then you should just go for it, right? In my opinion. But if she does not do that, or if you can't see yourself placing her in, I want to say, more than 3 teams, it shouldn't appeal to you that in that way. Okay, so let's just go through the kit. I'm going to read it out so you guys could hear what she does. I'm pretty sure you guys already heard millions of videos already on Hagiba, right? But I'm just gonna read it over, so not only me but you guys could probably hear something you didn't hear before, or learn something new about her, right? So her A1 is called Blast of Purification. It attacks one enemy and has 75% chance of placing an HP burn debuff for 2 turns, then places a perfect veil buff on this champion for 1 turn. It does go up to 100% chance, and it only takes 3 books, right, on the A1. So it's not really a bad A1. At least it's not like just damage and no debuff at all. She is buffing herself, and she is doing a debuff on a single target. So it's not the worst A1 I've heard of. Alright, so let's go again. So this is the A2, Insidious Eruption. It's a 4 turn. Right, so it attacks all enemies, instantly detonates all bomb debuffs, and activates 1 tick of all HP burn debuffs on all enemies. Okay, so she does attack all enemies, and she has a 75% chance of placing a leech debuff on for 2 turns. Now, she does not place HP burn, she just activates it. So that's another crucial part that people don't really, they just fly over. She does activate 1 tick of HP burn on all enemies, but she does not place it on the A2. So far, she only places it on the A1, right? So that means if I was to just say what that would look like, is you're gonna have to have her with other HP burn type champions, probably Geomancer, Ninja, the lot like them. Oh, what's up, Winter Sushi? Just going through the new Fusion kit, man. Just our take on it, right? If she's worth it. I don't want to say really if or if not, right? So yeah, the skill 2, she attacks all enemies, she instantly detonates all bombs and 1 tick of all of HP burn on all enemies. It does book down to a 3 turn, and the debuff chance, it goes up. The debuff chances for the leech, right? She does place leech. The debuff chance goes up to 100. So it's 100% chance to place leech, detonate all bombs, and burn at least all the enemies with 1 tick of HP burn on the skill 2. Right. It's not terrible, I guess, but I was thinking if she could have placed HP burns as well, it might have made her a bit more crazy on the skill 2 as well. Right, but that might be too overpowered. I'm trying to think of ways you could actually use her. Okay, let's just go with the skill 3. So it's called Larval Consumption. Some nice names though. Okay, so it steals, I think this is basically where it comes into a PvP type champion more. Okay, so she steals all buffs from all enemies, then has a 75% chance, it does go up to 100, of placing 2 bomb debuffs on all enemies that detonate after 2 turns. She would also place bomb debuffs that detonate after 1 turn instead against enemies with no buffs. So, okay, there's a bit to unpack there. So she steals all buffs, right? But if there's not any buffs on the enemy, she just places a bomb and detonates after 1 turn. If she does steal buffs from enemies, she places 2 bombs, so it doesn't coincide with the number of buffs, right? So it's just strictly two bombs on all enemies that detonates after 2 turns. Now, if you do that skill and then do the skill 2, you're going to be blowing up a lot of those bombs, right? Well, it's going to be the bombs of the people who had buffs, because the bomb with people with no buffs is actually 1 turn, right? This does go down to a 3 turn cooldown as well, and of course the debuff chance is 100%. So how many books is that? So that's 3 books on the A3, 4 books on the A2. That's 7 plus 3 books. So it's a total of 10 books. Not really bad. It's not terrible, right? It's a bit low for a legendary, so that's always a good sign. Okay, Insect Lord's Vessel. That's the passive's name. Okay, so this champion is immune to HP burn and bomb debuffs, and will not receive any damage from HP burn debuffs. Okay, so HP buff immunity, HP burn, sorry, and bomb immunity. How do we feel about that one? Well, I guess that's really situational. That sounds more like PvE than PvP. Well, Gizmak, he's like the ultimate HP burn type PvP champion, so she could probably counter Gizmak a bit with that skill. Okay, whenever an enemy tries to place a stun, freeze, sleep, provoke, fear, true fear, or petrification debuff on this champion, or increase the cooldown of their skills, it places a bomb debuff on that enemy that detonates after 1 turn. So she's gonna counter Fabian, Tection, the type of champions that try to increase skill cooldowns. Basically, Raid calls it lockout, right? So all the lockout champions, she's going to be doing some increasing, as well as Telena as well, right? So, and of course, people who try to stun, freeze, and it's whenever, right? So whenever enemies try to stun, freeze, sleep, provoke, fear, true fear, or petrification, she's going to basically riddle you with a bomb, right? I'm not sure if it's like a double, like if someone's trying to stun on a double hitter or a freeze on, I'm not sure if it's going to place 2 bombs. I guess we got to wait for the testing to see it in action, right? So that's not really bad, and I'm not sure if it's like scaling with, let's say, like champions that do fear and infest and stuff like that, and stun, you know, like Xenomorph and the lot like that. I'm not sure if it's going to be like multiple bombs, and her bomb damage is going to be scaling off of her HP, and she's an HP based champion, right? So the good news is you guys don't really have to try to build her with attack. Right, so that's always nice. You're gonna just load up the HP, man. That might be way easier than trying to gear out for a lot of stuff, right? She needs a bit of accuracy for the A1, the A2 leech. I think that's about it in terms of accuracy. Her skills 3, okay, she does place the 2 bombs as well, so she's gonna need accuracy, she's gonna need high HP, she's gonna need crit rate. I'm not sure she's gonna need crit damage. I don't think people are gonna build her with a lot of crit damage. But the whole concept of Hagiba is like, it's a weird fusion, because I think people are now coming into like their fusion tokens. So a lot of people are going to try to switch her out and try to get Newt, Titus, who's another tier 3. Newt, Titus, Fabian, you know, I forget someone, Wixwell. Yeah, so that's basically what people are kind of going for in terms of just straight up gold tier champions, right? Do I think Hagiba is a gold tier champion off of the kit? I do not think she's gold tier. Now, I could be wrong, just like everyone could be wrong when we see the testing, because a lot of people are basically dogging her kit. They're kind of glad that she's not OP, so they could actually switch it out for a Newt or like a Wixwell, right? So, but you never know, man. She does counter a few aspects of the meta. Now, I think the Mercurial meta is where she would still struggle, right? Now, I saw a lot of people talking about building her with deflection gear, so that's going to be like a way to counteract the Mercurial. So we're going to have to see how good she's going to be. I'm not sure if she's going to be like OP in PvP as well. She's going to be a niche counter. That's what I think. She's going to be a niche counter. I saw as well, someone was saying they don't think she's so impactful that people are going to actually try to change their strategy because she's been drafted. That's interesting as well. Right, so I guess if she was kind of making people think about their strategy, then she'd have been OP, right? So I think that's all we need to hear about how good I think she's gonna be. We just gotta wait for the test server testings, stuff like that. I'm kind of more excited for the new login champion. We still don't have a clear-cut kit breakdown yet. We just have the Hagiba. Now, they did release this like a week in advance, so I'm not sure why they did that as well, what they're trying to get at, right? But there's always new content being teased with Raid, so you never know. She might be like the OP champion you need to clear certain content. Who knows, man? Personally, if I am going for the fusion, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, because on all of my accounts, I'm not sure she's gonna impact my accounts like crazy. This account you guys are seeing now is basically my new project. It's basically an account where I just want to save all the resources. I actually skipped on the 1+1 legendary sacred shard event. So if I could skip on that, and this is a reroll account, I could skip on anything really, because it's a big chance of trying. So I'm gonna just I'm not sure if I'm gonna try to go for it now. For people who don't have any fusion tokens, or like for people who are more like me, the new to early / mid game players, you guys are not really concerned with with Hagiba that much, because you guys are just focusing on clearing the PvE content first, trying to get Wixwell or Newt or Titus. So we don't even have a token. We don't have a say in the shit. So if you got enough resources, which is highly unlikely, because those events that are out right now is bleeding people dry, man. This is a 3-day-old account. Well, it's gonna be day 4 in a few minutes, but this is a 3-day-old account that's struggling, man, for resources already. And I have not bought masteries. I've not bought, I've not farmed potions. It's just basically doing the campaign, and it takes a while, man. Still, it takes a lot of resources. Hold on, let me see how long again it is for the day reset. 21 minutes. Did I do the dailies on my other account? Let's hope I did, because I'm not even gonna log into that one right now, man. Oh my days, I hope I did. I mean, it's so crazy with me. I'm actually leveling 1-star champions. Hold on, my screen is a bit too dark. Yeah, I'm actually leveling 1-star champions in the campaign, just because the Decafé is going on, and I need all the resources I could get, man. The problem is with farming the Decafé right now, the new game, as early. I've been doing this without super rage as well. Oh my days. Yeah, the problem is trying to do this. It's just taking so long with Pelops, man. He is doing it at level 50, but it's taking, oh my days. I've been farming for the entire day, give or take. I did take a little break to go in the gym and to take a bit of a sleep, but I've been farming since about, on my time frame, since about 2 a.m, man. And now it's around 8 p.m. where I am, or 8:40. So I've been farming it for the entire day, and I've not even gotten enough for 1 6-star. Now that it is possible to get Telena from just doing champ training, you're gonna have to do 6. Is it 6 or 4? I think it's 6. Is it 4 6-star? I think it's 4 6-star or 6. One of the two, man. From scratch, right? Which is not, it's not terrible, right? I do need to build at least 6 stars anyways. I need to build at least 5. Telena would make it 6. So I'm just trying to see how fast I could get that done in the span of 3 days. We're almost done with day 1. Or is it day 2 already? I'm not even sure again, man. I gotta check back the the event. But that's what I'm doing right now in terms of farming. My other accounts is just starved for energy. Nothing really going on those accounts. So it just makes no sense to overdo it. I did all I could have done. I did my Doom Tower, I did my arena tokens, so I'm not rushing for Arbiter as well on every single account. I'm not even rushing for Arbiter on this account, really. Whenever she comes, man, in my opinion. So yeah, this isn't gonna be a long one, right? This is just to talk about the new the new Fusion champion. Actually, I just have no way of actually editing properly right now, so I gotta go live. Oh my days. It's been fun though. I'm actually gonna fix my PC in the next few days. I'm actually really excited about that one. Hopefully it's gonna be fixed and up and running so I could stream properly. I could go back streaming on a multi-platform, stuff like that one. I'll start doing some long form videos as well, just for YouTube, for the algorithm, push me up in the big category. I still have no intention of being a super raid content creator, but if that's the route we take, that's just gonna be it, man. That's gonna be the route we take, boys. Yeah, this is not gonna be a long one. I've actually said all I needed to say. I'm gonna hop off the live probably in a minute, man. I'm gonna continue grinding. I was thinking about going live a bit later, but I just needed to get this information out to you guys, because I know everyone is going to watch the Fusion, like you know what people think about the Fusion. So the amount you watch, yeah, it's going to give you a better understanding of the character, because I'll guarantee you the first few times you hear her kit, you're not going to understand what she's actually doing, what she's actually bringing to the table. So now that you hear it again from me, hopefully, then you're going to tell yourself, well, all right, I might not do it. So I might not do it. Honestly, I don't have the resources. Now it is going to be a while away, right? It's not tomorrow. So it's really how much resources you can manage in that time frame. So the good news about if you have a new account, or like you're just beginning and you have your 5 starter champion, like you have your 5 starter champions or your first team done. Hopefully you started with a promo code as well. You're going to be set, man. You're going to be able to do that Fusion, because you're going to be saving shards, brews, you know, chickens. That's going to be it, man. So we're going to see, I'm not sure exactly the time frame. Hold on, let me see if it's on the picture. I'm not even seeing it, man. I got to check the Reddit. The Reddit official Reddit page, man. I've saw some crazy memes as well talking about Huggy Bar. Oh my days, people hate her, man. people actually are pissed. Some are pissed, some are happy, so they could actually switch around. As I said earlier. Okay, so yeah, man, this was just a bit informative, a short one, just to give you guys, not really my take, because I didn't really go into detail that much, but just to give you guys another voice talking about the new Fusion champion. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to be doing some grinding off the stream, right? I'm going to try to get this 5 6-star champions, or 6 6-star, whatever it is. I'm going to try to get this done. The problem is Pelops is just way too damn slow, so I might have to just pivot a bit. I'm not going to try to build Kale or anything like that, right? Because it's going to be a waste of time, I think, just trying to not build Pelly Boy. So if you guys enjoyed, man, this is just a short, informative live. I know it's not really that much people in it, but you guys are going to see it on my page. Hope you guys watch it, enjoy it. And for Shinsui, that's all, man. Peace, boys. Peace.